Good morning, everyone. Here I am again, back with the second video of the revision session for circulatory system. Now, today we are going to first highlight on the conducting system of the human heart. There are four main components of the conducting system of the human heart. The first component is the sinoatrial node or the SA node, also called as the pacemaker of the heart, the natural pacemaker. It is so called because it is responsible for generating the impulses that are required for the depolarization of the cardiac muscles, which in turn is responsible for the contraction of the cardiac muscles. So this wave of depolarization is generated from the SA node, and that is why it is called as the pacemaker. Now, as you all can clearly see the location, it is located in the walls of the right atrium, close to the opening of the superior vena cava. I repeat, it is located in the walls of the right atrium, close to the opening of the superior vena cava. So if I have to highlight the sinoatrial node here, you can see that very clearly. It is located just close to the opening of the superior vena cava. This point region where my mouse cursor is moving currently is the superior vena cava, where it opens into the right atrium. Okay, just in that region, you have the SA node or the sinoatrial node or the natural pacemaker that is located. Now, the second component of the conducting system of the human heart is the atrioventricular node or the AV node. Now, this atrioventricular node is located in the interatrial septum, close to the tricuspid valve. I repeat, it is located in the interatrial septum, close to the tricuspid valve. So I again have to, if I have to highlight the position, you can see here the one that is in pink and being pointed out by this line here is the AV node, that is the atrioventricular node, located very close to the tricuspid valve. Now, this AV node will then send across the impulses that it has received, okay, to the bundle of His. So this pink colored part that you see highlighted is the bundle of His, which further transmits these impulses via the bundle branches to the Purkinje fibers, which are spread throughout the walls of the ventricles. So when the impulse reaches the walls of the ventricles, the cardiac muscles located within the ventricular walls depolarize, and as a result, they will undergo contraction. So the purpose of the conducting system of the heart is to ensure rhythmic contractions of the cardiac muscles present in the different chambers of the heart. Now remember that the human heart is self-stimulatory. It is myogenic in nature. Myo means muscle. Gen means generator. So the impulse that is required for the contraction of the muscles is generated from within the organ, from within the heart itself. And that is why the human heart is said to be myogenic. And this impulse generator located within the heart is the SA node, and hence it is also called as the pacemaker. So I'm repeating the location of the SA node and the AV node, which are the frequently asked questions in your board exams. So SA node is located in the walls of the right atrium, close to the opening of the superior vena cava. I repeat, it is located in the walls of the right atrium, close to the opening of the superior vena cava. Yes. So now coming to the location of the AV node. The AV node is located in the interatrial septum, close to the tricuspid valve. And the function of the AV node is to relay the impulse to the muscles present in the ventricular walls. Then you have the bundle of His. The bundle of His extends from the AV node up to the interventricular septum, where it then divides into the left and the right bundle branches and splits up further to form the Purkinje fibers, which relay these impulses to the various cardiac muscles located within the ventricular walls. So this is in a nutshell about the important components of the conducting system of the human heart. Okay. Now coming to the location of the coronary arteries, what you see here on your screen, okay, is the aorta. I will just annotate the aorta on the screen here for you all, because the labeling is not shown. So I will just label that for you all. So aorta we know is the main artery which arises from the left ventricle and distributes oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. I repeat, aorta is the main artery which arises from the left ventricle and supplies oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. Now, the first organ to receive blood from the heart is the heart itself. I repeat, the first organ to receive blood from the heart is the heart itself. Now, why is it so? The reason is the immediate branches of the aorta are the coronary arteries. The immediate branches of the aorta are the coronary arteries. So here you have the aorta. So I'll just draw an arrow pointing towards the aorta here. So that's the aorta. And you all can see that the immediate branches of the aorta are the coronary arteries. So these coronary arteries arise from the base of the aorta. That's the location, the base of the aorta. That is from where they arise. And they spread towards both the sides of the heart, the left as well as the right side. And that is, they divide into left and the right coronary arteries. So coronary arteries are basically responsible for distributing the oxygenated blood to the walls of the heart. I repeat, coronary arteries are responsible for distributing the oxygenated blood containing nutrients to the walls of the heart. So what you see highlighted here in pink currently that you just saw is the right coronary artery. And I'll now just point towards the left coronary artery as well. And then these coronary arteries further go on branching and they distribute the oxygenated blood to every region of the heart. Now, what you see highlighted here in pink right now are the coronary veins. So coronary veins are responsible for draining all the deoxygenated blood from the walls of the heart and into the right atrium. They drain all the deoxygenated blood from the walls of the heart into the right atrium. That's the function of the coronary vein. So there'll be many small coronary veins that will join in to form a larger coronary vein, also known as the coronary sinus. And that coronary sinus opens into the right atrium. The opening of the coronary sinus into the right atrium is guarded by a valve called as the Sebacean valve. I repeat, it is guarded by a valve that is called as the Sebacean valve. So that is about the coronary arteries and the coronary vein. So that's it from my video today. So we have just recapped the conducting system of the human heart, as well as the major blood vessels of the heart, that is the coronary arteries and the coronary veins, their location and their function. So thank you so much. We'll be coming up with another video of the revision, third part of the revision session of the circulatory system very shortly.